which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Dankert.
Mayor Steen.
Present.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Present.
Councilmember Hagan.
Present.
Carolyn.
Present.
Enright.
Present.
King.
Present.
Austin.
Present.
Jordahl.
Present.
We have a quorum, Your Honor.
Item number 1 is a motion for adoption of the agenda. We do have one addition. Everybody should have a copy. With that addition, we need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 2 is a motion approving the minutes from July 20th, 2015. We need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 3, are there any citizens present tonight that wish to address the council on items that are not on tonight's agenda? It's on the agenda, we'll give you an opportunity later. Okay, we don't have anything under recognitions or awards. Item number 5 is a motion for the consent agenda. We need a motion.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 6, under bid openings and awards, receiving bids for Nature Center Shop Storage Facility. Ms. Underwood.
Oh, yes, Mayor and Council. We opened bids on the 27th of July, and I would like the council to approve the low bid from Schwab LLC. The architects have checked through the information, and they meet all the specifications.
Council, anything? Questions, comments? If there are none, we need a resolution.
So move the resolution.
Is there a second? Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Jordahl.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 7 is a resolution receiving bids for the South Main Trail expansion. Mr. Lang.
We received bids for this section of trail, which is from Banshell Park south to 16th Avenue Southwest. We had 2 bidders on the project, with Rochester Sand and Gravel being the low bid at $284,200.29. We have a federal grant that will cover a portion of this project up to $200,000, and the remainder would be paid out of local funds. And we'd recommend awarding the project to Rochester Sand and Gravel.
Now, this is just 2 15th Avenue?
16th Avenue Southwest,
16th
yes.
Avenue Southwest. Okay. Council, any questions? All right, we need a resolution then.
So move the resolution?
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Jordahl.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Number 8 is a resolution receiving bids for the state warehouse lift station. Stephen?
We don't get the opportunity to remove lift stations very often, but in this case, this project would involve constructing some infrastructure that would cross underneath the Canadian Pacific Railroad tracks and connect into a trunk line, and by doing this construction, we'd be able to eliminate the state warehouse lift station. There are some higher costs to do a smaller project like this, but we had 4 bidders on the project, with the low bidder being GM Contracting, Inc., in the amount of $243,971.61. We do have a DNR grant that will help pay for this, as this is in a flood-prone area, so it's helping us to remove some infrastructure. So that DNR grant will cover 50% of the costs. And then we'd look at using local option sales tax or our sewer user funds to fund the remaining portion of the project. And we'd recommend awarding it to GM Contracting.
Council? If there's nothing, we need a resolution.
So move the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Jordahl. Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Under petitions and requests, number 9 is a motion approving the application for the bike-friendly community designation. I see it says Craig on here. I see Steve is also here if you want to say something on it. You've probably talked to us once already, but.
Yeah, I think this was out of the last work session.
Okay. Craig?
Mayor, members, this is a application, the $4,000 cost. This approves our participation in being the fiscal agent for the bike-friendly community designation and effort to try to promote biking in our community.
Anything, Council? Jeffrey?
Yeah, I guess I think this is a good idea. I think we are a bike-friendly community. I guess I just wanted to mention that we do have an item coming up on the work session afterwards to discuss funding for this. I guess I don't see any problem. I guess we can authorize this if council so chooses, and if the funding doesn't go through, it just doesn't happen. But I guess it was stated at the work session when we talked about this that there was not going to be any cost to the city, so that's all I have. Thank you.
Just approving this motion isn't a cost.
Right. It's not, doesn't have anything to do with the cost, just allowing us to be the agent,
Right.
so.
Anybody else? If not, we need a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. 11 is a motion authorizing the sale and donation of police department portable radios.
Skip 10.
Number 10, Mayor.
Skip 10, Your Honor.
10. Approving the replacement of 50 to 60 street lights a year with LED lights within the Austin Utilities current maintenance agreement. Mr. Lang?
Yeah, you pretty much described it there with the lead into this project, and Austin Utilities replaces, like you said, 50 to 60 lights per year, and we're looking at developing a new rate with Austin Utilities for LED street lights, and then with those 50 to 60 replacements, replacing them with LED street lights versus the high-pressure sodium. And those will mainly be replacements in residential areas where we have the lights that are off from wood poles and Cobra head poles in the residential areas.
Council? If there's nothing further, we need a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Item 11 is a motion authorizing the sale and donation of police department portable radios. Chief?
Mayor and council, these are old VHF radios, our portables, that we no longer use since we've changed over to the 800 megahertz system. I have received requests from Austin Utilities to purchase 6 of those radios at $100 each for a total of $600, and also a request coming from the Fair Board requesting a donation of 15 to be used at the Mower County Fair and any other events out at the fairgrounds. These are the only 2 requests that I have received, and I would ask that you grant those requests.
Council? If there is nothing, we need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. 12 is a resolution authorizing the Austin Police Department to administer a Toward Zero Death grant from the Minnesota Department of Transportation. Chief?
This is something we've been involved with many years. This is just approving the grant that we can accept. This pays the officers overtime to come in and work the seatbelt waves, the distracted drivers. In this particular case, it's $5,900 for a seatbelt wave in 2016, so we just need the council to accept this grant dollars for 2016 budget.
Council? We need a resolution.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert?
Councilmember Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Jordan.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 13 is a resolution authorizing a point source implementation grant for Turtle Creek. Stephen?
The city was successful in acquiring a point source implementation grant for the current project that we're working on, Turtle Creek 1, and that project, that grant is funding up to 50% of that current project that we're working on. What we have in front of you today is for the next project that we're looking at doing, Turtle Creek 2. It's an area that is currently being worked on for annexation. The Planning and Zoning Department is finalizing those documents, and those will be presented to you at an upcoming meeting for annexation. And then the next steps will be construction of, development of a sanitary sewer project to service that area. So this grant, very similar to the one we currently have, will fund up to 50% of eligible costs. Right now, we're looking at about a $1.8 million project. This grant would be in the range of $925,000, and we would request council pass this resolution to be included with the grant application.
Council? We need a resolution.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Jordan.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 14 is a resolution adopting the finding of facts and order in regard to the dog Rock, owned by Sophia Smith. I think everybody knows what happened. We had a hearing here. Does anybody have anything to add before we vote on this?
Your Honor, can I have a question
Yes.
regarding it? My name is Marianne Clennon. The address is 1711 3rd Street, Northeast in Austin. I read through the police reports on this, and it appears that this owner has been cited about 8 times, I believe with more than one dog, for running at large. And if you choose to put this dog down, what's to stop this owner from getting another dog, and the police have to keep going after another dog that she owns?
David, do you, Mr. Overstein? I mean, I would concur at one point. I mean, most of these are people that shouldn't have certain dogs, and you could probably take this dog when it was a puppy, put it with a different family, and it wouldn't have this problem. But what is the stop?
Well, you have to keep in mind this is not a criminal procedure, it's a civil procedure, and I don't believe the city has the authority to prevent someone from owning another dog. We have no ordinance to that effect, and I would venture to guess that such an ordinance would not be enforceable. On the other hand, if she were cited for like a petty misdemeanor, a misdemeanor, and the judge was crafting some kind of a punishment, one of the conditions might be that she not have another dog, or certain things might happen.
It's unfortunate we can't do something, because one of the dogs that we put down several years ago, the owner was heard to make the statement, that's okay, I'll just get another one. And I wish there was some way we could prevent this, but if there was, I guarantee you we'd look into it, but apparently that's not going to happen.
Okay, thank you very much.
Anybody else? If there is nothing else, we need a resolution for item number 14.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Jordahl.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Now, I'd just like to make, one more statement on this. Apparently, a lot of people have been discussing this. If people would just take the time and go down to the Humane Society and get dogs, I think the fee is $70. You're going to spend more than $70 on your dog getting it shots and neutering it, and they will put the right dog with the right people. We'd save so many of these problems if people would do that. And they have so many dogs down there, good dogs that are looking for homes, and I know we really don't like taking actions like this as a council, and it's unfortunate that we're put in a position where we have to. 15 is a resolution accepting donations to the city. We do this every week.
So move the resolution.
Second. Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Jordahl.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 16 is 4 motions granting the Planning and Zoning Department the power to contract for the removal of junk and/or illegally stored vehicles at the following locations. A, 1500 4th Avenue Northwest, the Schmidt property. We need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? B, 903 9th Avenue Southwest, the Sheldon Halverson property. We need a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? C, 202 14th Street Southeast, the Yang property. Need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And finally, D, 1007 7th Avenue Northeast, the Maki property. We need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are now to reports and recommendations. Since Judy just retired the last week or so, we're going to let her go first. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but...
I really have nothing to report.
Okay. Steve?
Nothing, Your Honor.
I have nothing, Your Honor.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Nothing, Your Honor.
David?
Well, I have to report on the Coalition of Greater Minnesota's program that we attended a couple weeks ago, and it was a great learning experience. Showed us the ways that they lobby for LGA, which is very important for the city of Austin, and I enjoyed seeing someone here get an award, Mr. Craig Clark, and I'd like to recognize him for that.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah, Tom. Or Craig, Tom.
I have nothing, but Chief Krieger and Kim Underwood have a couple comments.
All right.
Mayor and council, I just want to remind everyone that tomorrow night is National Night Out. It is at 4 till 8 p.m. at the Ban Shell Community Park, at the Veterans Pavilion, law enforcement, Austin Police, Fire Department, Gold Cross, and State Patrol will be there. It's a good venue for the citizens of Austin to meet some of the officers, firefighters, and get to see some of the equipment we use on a daily basis. And just a good get-together, and Hy-Vee will be sponsoring the food and beverages this year, so if you have nothing to do, come out and enjoy a nice evening, and see you at the Ban Shell.
What time is that?
4 till 8.
Okay. Kim?
Thank you. It is with a heavy heart I tell you that Valerie Pitson, a recreation supervisor, has passed away.
I know Val is a longtime employee of the city, and she was like a rock down at your place. I know that.
Yep. Her wake is tomorrow, and the funeral is Wednesday at Little Cedar in Adams.
Thank you, Kim. Tom, do we have anything else? Okay, I just want to reiterate that me and Craig and Dave went to the coalition, and I was very pleased to find out that we finally have a council member who has an attention span about equivalent to my own. Dave is pretty antsy at these things, and it did my heart good to see somebody like that other than myself. Other than that, we need a motion to adjourn until August 17th, 2015 at 5:30 in the council.
So moved.
Second. All in favor? We'll take a 5-10 minute break and meet in the conference room across the hallway.
Way to go.